To serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes shall never be in vain. To serve with our mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
We'll take the national prayer while standing.
O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice reign.
Thank you. We are going to take the Nigerian National Development Agency's anthem. I will appeal to their eminence and all of other people that are not members of the agency to kindly take your side.
Want to go? Natural medicine, our heritage, for every living job and well creation. NNMDA Center of Excellence, to develop and promote, collate, document and preserve natural medicine. NNMDA shall stand. Our vision is our focus. Our mandate is our cause. We will strive to attain our glory. Our mandate is our cause. We fame and glory. Our mandate is our God.
Next on item is introduction of dignity. That was quick. We want to.
Thank you. I will do this myself because it's an honor and privilege to do it, and I'm going to do it this way. Don't mind us in where we work. We don't do things in traditional way. We do things in natural way. That is how it comes into our mind. So if you are used to the Uibori methodical way of doing things, that's not what we do. Sometimes we do things in reverse order, sometimes we do it from the middle, but all is geared towards innovation because the outcome of all activities is that things are done differently in better way. So may I start by recognizing a man of honor, spiritually and temporally. He's a father by temporal structure. He's a father by spiritual structure. So these are the only people that are dear father in the two ways. Those who know this personality, know that he's not just a spiritual person, he's also an opinion holder and he's a conscience modulator in the world, because he's just one of the less than 5 kinds of people that we have in Nigeria. And when he speaks, the country listens, Africa listens, and the world listens. We are privileged to have him here. For those of you who may not know, and if you know your history very well, this man, when he was in secondary school and he held up his wife, he was the best student in the entire West Africa. And for that reason, the Premier of Northern Nigeria then gave him scholarship to continue his education, and he said, no, I do not want to be anything in this world because the world is vanished. I want to answer the call of God. So he is an intellectual, he's a colossus of intellectual together. I'm talking of His Eminence, John Cardinal Onaieko, the Emeritus Archbishop of Abuja. Thank you. And so I will go this way, not in any other, but present in our midst is the current Dean, Faculty of Pharmacy, Ibiam University, Professor John Alpha. Here next to Professor Alpha is the Director General of NASRDA. Director General of NASRDA is my twin brother. We were appointed the same. So is my twin brother, Dr. Uche. Then next to him is someone that is key in the work we do at the agency, in Nigerian National Medicine Development Agency. He is a statutory member of the board of the agency. He's the one in charge of everything about natural medicine in the Ministry of Health. So for those who think that we are not together, we work seamlessly. So Director Tide, you are welcome to Ahmed. Then to put a seal on it, the national president of NNMDA, that is the umbrella body of all traditional medical practitioners in Nigeria, Dr. Who is here. Yes, you are welcome. Then to my right, I'll start from the other side. If you watch AIT, you will know him. If you are conversant with ministries work, you will know him. If you were not employed last year, you must have heard or smelled his image or shadow around. He is a professor of herbal medicine. It has the traditional medical clinic approved by FCDA in FCT, Ben Ahmed. Then I will jump my sister because she has a special presentation to make, so I will jump her and go to. I said Shaba is my Siamese brother. I also have a Siamese sister. Yes, and she is the Director General of the only agency that can decide. This one is not about NASRDA, this one is about science. You know, you can have a product that NASRDA has given approval and they struggle with it. But because there was no proper scientific investigation and you deceive NASRDA. But this one, you can't deceive them because they are scientists. He is the only regulator, approved regulator seated here. Dr. Mrs. Eze is my Siamese sister. Director General of. Then the next person is my mommy, the only mama I have in Abuja. So Professor Yetunde is Sydney. Then some people have decided to go up even though their seat is in front here. Some people they train you, so whatever you become, you are still their child. Professor Olobayo, Kunle is here. He's trying to go and hide at the back. You know what? Yes. And then Professor Oluyemisi, Olufunso. The two of you will get that name today. So she's also here. She's seated. They are up here. Then, if you know when MTN, Econeto, all those, even the one that is government owned that has become private, there are some people that made that team to be popular in Africa. Are you like but the truth is that he can sell a decaying material, and you will buy it, you will go home before you realize that the material has decayed. That is the kind of intellectual market that he has. So, pharmacist Isabella, you are welcome. Let me also recognize the head of Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology of the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development. These are my colleagues, and they know that when I'm entering river, they will enter. When I'm entering fire, they will enter. So I think that's why they're here. Dr. Asubulus, you are welcome. The Director General, Chief Executive, National Coordinator of the Presidential Initiative Order 5. We call him the Director General of Director Generals. Yes, because if you say what you are doing is not good, you better go and Engineer Dr. Ibiam, you are welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Ibiam is going to talk for some few minutes on why we should do what we are doing. My Honourable Minister is around, because we have not started, he said he will look at some things there before he comes. For those of you who have been here since morning, you know that he has not been around since morning. He also told the National Medicine Development Agency is around. He's going to see us shortly, and we have directed that he can continue while he joins us later. We will continue to recognize, but let's move fast since I'm privileged to have stolen 30 minutes into my time. So we'll continue very fast with at the end of my presentation, more recognitions will be taken. Excuse me. So this is how we are going to make this presentation. I'll try to. Okay, so AJ.
Okay, we are live as well. invest in the biofertilizer. So the pharmaceutical industries can actually use this starch to produce all those Panadol. Yes, of course, same quality of starch, yes, starch. But we are seeing that we're looking at it from waste to wealth. You know, during mango season, you have a lot of seeds up there everywhere. So we pick them. Yeah, the seeds, the kernel. Yeah. It goes on. So yeah, yeah. We're live streaming. Sorry. Oh yeah, the recipe of this. Move from last. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Yeah, welcome to this our. This is be able to find out. But one thing we are also doing is to find a way of this one is more that means that the moment we have so sorry. Come there now, let us settle that. Come now, what's up and say? So many things I have then answer everything. Yes, very good. Awesome. Former?
From share portal.
Please, the mic. Sorry, I want to Thank you, sir. The mic. Live, that's why. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
By the Islamic Bank of Saudi Arabia. So currently, we have a postdoctoral fellow. His name is Dr. Roko. Dr. Roko arriving at the Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. He's currently with us. He's going to be with us for 1 year to work with us. Fully funded by the Islamic Development Bank or the Islamic Republic of Saudi Arabia. Okay, now you heard us sing our anthem. Within 2 months of assuming office as the Director General of this agency, we composed a prophetic anthem. If you heard our lyrics very well, you would realize that there's something prophetic about it. Okay? If you look at our certificate of registration by the Copyright Commission, in February 2024, we were given our certificate by the Copyright Registration. So the anthem you heard, you are free to copy it You are very free to copy it, and we'll be glad to know you have copied it, because all we need to do is to sue you, and then we'll get a lot of money. Yes. So, and all our products that you see here, patents have been filed for them. They are all accessible. All of them have been trademarked. So there's nothing here that is there. Then we also did something that some government agencies are trying to do now. We got what we call an agency ambassador. This girl is less than 25 years old. So instead of allowing her to go into Nnaji, we were able to engage her to go into indigenous medicine ambassadorial position. So it was 1 month after we did that the NDAA went to get Nnaji as their own ambassador that acquired. Yes, so we have a lot of equipment we are not going to discuss, but I should tell you this is what we are doing in Kano. In Kano right now, this is the fallow land that we met in Kano. This is what we have now. We are using, where is the DG? Okay, it's not here, but this is what we are doing in Kano right now. This is what we are doing in Ebonyi. This is what we are doing in Ondo State. This is what we are doing in Jos. This is Jos. This is called good agricultural practice. This is what it was. This is what we are doing in Enugu in Obinahu, in Enugu. This is what we are doing in Delta. In Delta, even though the sea fire has gone there. Now this is Lagos. This is our animal facility. We have one of the biggest animal facility centers around. Our animal facility center is not carrying only rats, mouse, rabbit, no. Our animal facility center has cattle. We have goats, we have cow, we have bull, we have all those living animals too. Okay, and to just show you how we work. We are working like this. This is my director of human resources on Okada going to this place. This is my director. This is my director of monitoring and evaluation going to this place. This one that is carrying is seriously feeling me. Look at him here. On Okada going to this. This is how we work. We don't say because there is no facility, we will not work. Okay? We could have said that and we are justified. Okay? So when you see us come out with results like this, it is because every single soul that I work with in my agency is working as if he's working in his personal factory. I repeat, every single person that I work with in my agency, since I got here, works as if they are working in their personal factory. They sleep in the lab. There's a roster
that was organized by the Minister of Budget.
Okay. Now, because of that, we also go out to do a lot of things. And what has never happened in an agency before is happening. For example, my staff now engage international researchers on projects. So you see 3 of my researchers here engaging. This is the world hottest clinical researcher on herbal medicine. This person is called Dr. Melvin Wilcox. He's a white man. He's an indigene of United Kingdom, but he's the only person that has conducted clinical trial on herbal medicine in Africa. Yes, to the extent that the president of Mali had to launch their
what we have for this place here is starting from
our center, which is
run center. That's why we have the
then the people you are seeing here, you can see this person is wearing what I'm wearing.
And what distinguishes it from other drug factories is a lot of people use ICU. We are trying to go to higher achievement, which is supposed to kind of military,
but as you can see here, this is how we rock.
We have orbit, we are not supposed to hear the sound. And it's supposed to go where other drones cannot go. And that's why the ground station is unique from other ground stations. Now, on the first table there, because we anticipate that after you have rested, we can take you through a quick sweep of what you have on the table. From the beginning there, we have some of the things we exhibited when you visited again last Friday. Those facilities were also put on the table there. Moving away from it, we have on the table, just like the New Home agenda stated in power, that is agenda item 4, that they will encourage made in Nigeria metering system. We also have exhibited their metering system and we connected it to light so that at least it will be showcased. We also have here our judges and dynamics that is supposed to monitor the art cost, the movement of the art, to identify when earthquakes are going to take place and where the epicenters are. We also have some of the drones that were manufactured just like the normal drones that are made by other people. It will please you to note that we organize ourselves there as a drone committee which brought all the stakeholders before it now fell out into what every organization is now trying to do. Here we have the areas where we tried our applications. Now you will note that this year, the federal government gave about 4 billion to steel mining and steel for space technology and identification of minerals and also regulatory system. The one thing here is until you have a key solution, from the time of budget planning to now, one can imagine the time how dollars have risen. Definitely, we are approaching them with homegrown technology, which they can easily mix with what they have, so that we provide key solutions. In the area of marine, we have been talking, and I still remember in the previous administration, the MD of the Marine Authority, when he was created the president, he was able to show you what of the things we do. There are ships that are today are not captured by the ordinary eyes, but the space technology will be able to tell you and even tell you the size. We are working in that area with them. There is that collaboration. What we have not finalized is if we contribute our quota and they are able to get more ships, illegal shipping on the Gulf of Guinea, what would be the profit or what would be the amount that is available to National Space Research and Development Agency? Because we are using both our product and the product of other satellite agencies that are all over the world. So we have our application areas. We have the smart shoes that I'm sure the legal research has presented to you many times, which is a collaboration between us and legal research. Based on that, we agreed with the legal research that okay, we are going to produce these shoes. We designed it. We now work with them, and they are able to put it in legal. I can assure you that it's part of their team or staff projects that they are going to present to you. And they presented to you also the first time you came into the ministry when you were presenting some of their achievements. So last year, we have the military who said they want to partner with us if it can be paid for so that they can use it for their military. So that's summary of what we have here. And then I think we will show you them quickly so that you see them as I mentioned. Yes,
Please, exit. Exit.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Please. Okay.
we want you to see this. Yes.
Okay.
Honourable Minister, Your Excellency, sir. Your Excellency, I need empowerment, sir. Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir.
Abaji. The whole of that drone, the whole of that bus is a ground. You know, most drones are controlled using a small axis. But what we have here is this ground.
Just like you see in the case of circulating drugs, this is the drug that is manufactured. And everything here, most of the items, like about 85% of what you see now is locally made. Just a few of them that are chasing. So this guy is the ground station. As the rule, you have to have everything. And going to just to see the noise, that's why we call us more higher altitude cycle rather than calling it just drone, which is higher than what it used to be, where you have to come just some meters away. So this is what you have to do. So and what we have here, I believe that their memory is too fresh. This is the rotate that was so we try to do this and here you have to now the reality we now you can see what is everything that we have. The idea of having this and the AI that is generated here is such that the security is able to, they are looking for anyone and they have features. It is integrated in the way that it sends signal that the same person that is wanted is somewhere here. So that's why this one is associated and perhaps somebody that is wearing. Yes, sir. Yes, that is what we are seeing. So if you have this in the eye, this almost this definitely is going to be what it is. Now you can see it's trying to create the box. And if anyone of us were to carry later, it will definitely include that. So if you have like what you have there, maybe like station. Now this one, yesterday when we came here around 6 o'clock, I told somebody, I said, you know what this is? Say it doesn't. I said, I believe you are 30% carrying 25%. I said, carry it. Wait, and you remember what we showed you in our video. So these are the things. This one is supposed to detect leakage. This one is just made as a safety. Once there is any leakage, it's supposed to be information. The gas leakage, that there is a leakage in the gas, it will make a sound. You go there, so you know that the gas is. Yes, that is leaking. So we sense it as the yes, it's supposed to be yes. Yes.
And the way we're about to get finished, it will notify the owner of the cylinder that it's time to fill the gas. Yes. It's ready. We are just to put the engineering possibility. We are waiting for the selection of the partnering individual. Yes, I can be smaller. Smaller, yes. Effective, yes, sir.
So where does it happen? Like because okay, this is the gas, this is the sensor.
This is just the sensor. Yes, sir.
So any gas can once it is at this capacity. Yes, sir. Any gas yes, sir. Any gas outside. But once, yeah, because this one now measures the amount of what is the amount that's supposed to be, how many kg is supposed to be. Once the kg reduces, it will give you that information. And then when it's getting to zero, it will tell you that it's getting empty. But as for detecting gas leakage,
there is a dashboard like this on the phone. Any information about here is the same thing that we are seeing here. It's an app. And if there's any leakage around that can cause explosion, it will still notify. So the one can quickly take precautionary measure.
What's the maximum weight
that any amount of cylinder you bring, you configure it for it. It will automatically configure it for that. Yes. Yes, sir. We also have third
Who is
eye.
the third eye? Yes. The Honourable Minister has few minutes. That's why I tried to brief him. Then here we have this is a proving graphics. This is a graphics. And initially we were wondering. So we were thinking about this. This one has the highest density. It's stronger than humans. Yes, it's stronger than humans. With graphene. Can you quickly?
Okay, sir. This graphene. Yeah, we got graphene from graphite, sir. We synthesize graphite to get graphene, sir.
So where do you get it in Nigeria?
Okay, we have it in NASRDA state, we have it in Kogi state, we have it in Kaduna state, we have it in Bauchi state, sir. No, Bozola, it's not the same thing. Yes, sir.
So, sir, if I yes, yes. There is time we should know that the graphene is called a wonder material because of its special strength. It's light, it has strength, and it has high conductivity. So it is used in many applications. Now, the whole world has been working assiduously on how to synthesize graphene. But the problem you always have is the energy input in synthesizing it. However, we are able to develop a
Next on the list, I have the privilege of inviting Honourable Oguejiofo, Chairman of the House Committee on Science and Engineering. Let's start.
DG Natural Medicine and DG NASRDA. But there are a lot of DGs. I can see our spiritual father, the professors and the intellectuals, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by thanking God the Almighty Allah for giving us this very rare opportunity and privilege to converge here in order to promote what God gives to us and what He wants us to give it back to our people. That is the nature. Looking at the significant importance of natural medicine in Nigerian economic, socio-economic development, well, I think our government is making a serious mistake, which I am fighting or following religiously to see that that has been rectified. Taking this very important aspect of human endeavor to merge and merge with others, I don't think it is good for us. This is a ministry of its own because of the significant importance of this natural medicine. In Nigeria, with a population of over 250 million people, when the meeting was discussing, I took this mountain of being chairman of this committee, not quite long, around 3-4 months. But I have the privilege of traveling to almost 3 countries. And one of those things I discovered with them is about how we can partner with my committee and the agency to see how we can develop our natural medicine in Nigeria. One a friend of mine said, and I always mention the former president of Gambia, Professor Emeje, he said, and I quote, any country that does not produce what they consume and consume what they produce, they are slaves.
Yes.
From Nigeria, if the government will know how many billion dollars is going out of Nigeria for the same natural medicine we have. Some does not even cultivated under, the serial genetic disease. Some I mean GM, genetically modified. Our own is the pure natural plants we have. And government is always crying, no money, no money. See money, that's no money, you don't even know. For DG and all of the stakeholders, be rest assured, I'm going to take this off. I was yesterday in Mina, trying to do the same thing. I was not part of this, but I forgot myself to be part of what I'm doing. Because I'm Nigerian with different perception of how things should be done. And I'm assuring you, I will make sure Nigerian government take this agency very, very seriously.
Thank you.
And you can see this, not only from the president. Any opportunity that comes into the national sector, I'm assuring you and all that have had this, that you see the difference. Looking at the importance of natural medicine, last week I was in Lagos with the deputy speaker, with the chief of staff. I am one of the people that represent Honourable. With the mother of the chief of staff, His Excellency.
Yes, opportunities for road like my lady said, road, dam,
when we go,
anything that has high load density. Yes. And there is nobody that is producing enhancement like this in Nigeria.
She appeared to be more intelligent than
Yeah, but it's going to be less
she make it very clear to all that you make a mistake. All of us, we have to submit
what happened is that, like I said, this one we have is around 80%, 80 kilonewton. That's the strength. That will depend on the quantity of the graphene they are additive to break. Now, if you want to reduce that strength, depending on what the application is, the cost also goes down with it. And when we must produce, the price also goes high. Because what we are doing now, like 3,000, is just like direct labor, but when it becomes a factory, it crashes the price. 18 is what we calculated. We are working on producing 3,000 bags.
I would want to. These are the prompts. You can see what we are using. It's a normal because with prompt technology, yes. Once you are using for it goes longer. That is this. But what we have there is a locally made meter. Yes. If you check the new of power, one of the things
we have all genetic
is locally produced. And that's
what
what we have so that you don't that is locally produced that we have. And it's side reading with the meter that we are having, that we are always okay, all of them are more than 2 hours. The drones are more than that's why we have them time, we have them quiet. Normally quiet take longer. And that's one is Now we have our meter there. We like this one is locally made energy meter. It will check the trade lights and also energy. And when you check the agenda of the system, you encourage this locally produced, reduce the cost of it. Yes, but the video of agenda, yes, and that is what we already have here. You can enter your meter, and this will connect it here, and so it's reading, telling you what is we connected to it, but it's giving you the right reading, and here you can see the fault, the credit, and so on. All you need to do is just to multiply and it will read meter anywhere, anytime. So this is what, yes, to connect it. When we do the price, we only try to prove the concept that this is a technology that uses, which we can consider as anytime. Okay, what is the cost?
Because at the research level, we use different methods to come up with it. We use device engineering and all that. So to quantify them.
Who would help me out? Then let the person come like, I want to go and sit down on my phone. Make it charge.
Just 1 minute. To do it involves, yes, 1 minute. It involves capacity building and some other.
What we want is, can you tell us the cost after this event?
After
submit, yes, and then submit to the Honourable.
We'll do that, sir.
Like brochure.
We'll do that,
What
sir.
it does. So
We'll do that, sir, because the local content is 95%.
He's not going to wait. My production definitely come down.
Not retire.
One
engagement and yes this morning, and I decided to stay back just to be part of what you're doing. And we're extremely happy, and we're happy that we have our own. Enough of going outside. All these things are encapsulated with our own bitter leaf, our own scented juice, and our own moringa, and it works well. Why go outside? Thank God for the testimony we just heard now. So the other thing, I am imploring us that we should
welcome, sir.
Your Eminence, Obama. Nah. The Honourable Chairman, if you have not presented it, don't mind my silence. It's a privilege to be here. And let me start by saying
that the case of Professor Emeje, the DG of NNMDA, is like that student who always comes first in class. You know, after some time, the parents will no longer ask, where's your results? And I'm told, I think it's my sister-in-law, who is a first-class candidate and whatever, who eventually cried one day and said, I will fail. Nobody asks me about my results anymore. Because with Professor Emeje, you always expect first class. And with me, Professor Emeje has a double challenge because he can never pass my exams. Because the standards I set for him keep going up. What you have seen here this afternoon is quite impressive. But between me and Martin, I know we have not even started. And that's not because I say he has not started, but because I know what Martin can do. I assure you, he has not started. Honourable, whether merger or no merger, as long as Martin is in your equation, be assured that whatever you think you want to achieve in the area of national medicine will be achieved. Finally, one of the things that Martin does not have, that is not one of his attributes, is professional humility. What he knows, and he will say it and make you feel bad if you don't know it. So, for him to have picked out his task this afternoon, hard with him, they meet his standards. It's an exceptional attribute for those of you who work in NNMDA. Congratulations. And NNMDA, Professor Emeje, we are waiting at the finish line. Where the finish line is, I don't know, but this is yet now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I have the privilege of also inviting Professor Yemisi Kunde for a brief
This previous speaker shares the same story with me. No connection. Your Eminence, DGNNMDA, Professor Kunde, whom I fondly call Matos. It's nice to be here. Talk about nature. Nature is vital to our lives in numerous ways. For our health and well-being, economic activity, environmental services, biodiversity, inspiration and perspective. It helps us to fly, to imagine, and to fly. I like the way Professor Martin is dealing with nature. It's always been good, just as Professor Kunle said, and we're not expecting any less from him in this department that he's in. He's using medicinal plants which are part of nature, and he's turning them to fantastic things. We know they're active, and we know that we not with these medicinal plants, and we're happy that Professor Martin is at the head of affairs in NNMDA. In summary, nature is not just a backdrop, it's an essential part of our existence. Let's cherish and protect it for ourselves and future generations. Thank you, Professor Martin, for documenting our nature.
Thank you, ma'am. I want to call Professor Ben for his good. Let's put our hands together.
Eminent. I am a professor of agro medicine today. Briefly, we are in partnership, and I'm pleased to be here today to congratulate you on the achievement we have achieved in these 9 months of being at the head of the agency. We are researching into communicable and non-communicable diseases. This research has been on it in the last 7 years. To the glory of God. Communicable diseases are just diseases of lifestyle. HIV 1 and 2, hepatitis and God and you. Whereas the non-communicable disease are diseases of we grow into while we journey on this earth. high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, chronic kidney disease, asthma, arthritis, ulcer, sickle cell. These are the gamut of diseases referred to as non-communicable diseases. As of now, WHO is highly worried. Every year they give data. In the last year review, 36 million tests were recorded as a result of non-communicable disease. And they did tell us that it was going to go up. In this year's review, it's already 41 million deaths as a result of non-communicable diseases of the total global deaths. Of this 17.9 million is due to cardiovascular diseases. 86% of it prematurely in the low and the medium income countries of the world, where we, Asia and Europe, we belong to. Cancer, 9.3 million. Respiratory diseases, 4.1 million. And then diabetes, 2 million, including kidney disease. So you can see how the world has this major issue. When you go through this, and then you suppose the world herbal medicine trade as of today. In 2022, herbal medicine trade 1.06 million. That grew to 216.40 by 2023, and it's still projected to go to as much as 317.45 million. In Nigeria, what is our state? The European countries are captured 45.48 million. The European countries. In an area where we dominate in terms of natural raw materials, this is the issue. In our research, what have we been able to do? I have given the situation, I have given the issues of grant, and now, in our own research, under me, I have over 100 products with the assistance of libraries, maybe some of my safety and other issues, although I now work closely with the rest of them. What have we done differently in country, like what the agency is doing with the 4 products they are launching? In my 100 products, what are the new things that the world needs to look at contact of Nigeria? Please, around. 1, we've been able to cure a large heart without a complicated open heart surgery. Honourable, I hope you are taking it. We've been able to cure a large heart without a complicated open heart surgery. Recently, a priest from England went to Malaysia to do a heart pain in Malaysia. So, if you are able to be on the phone to assist and to make the world know about what we are doing, to go a long way for government to make some money, and Nigeria will be respected in the Committee of Nations. When Trump was president, he spoke. He said, Nigeria, we are fond of marrying. And was not responding to any treatment, they gave WHO got each of these and sponsored us to the UN to present this to without 97% effectiveness against malaria. It was compared with chloroquine and Daraprim and was found to be better than both of them. And they were surprised and investigated in 153 Commonwealth countries. Until they reached the 90th country, they found out that I never was registered from any of the countries. And they contacted me and congratulated me. The product Shaba is now registered in South Africa, and sooner or later will be doing the clinical trial. So once more, I am pleased to be here. We are going to pass some personal grants, one by each person. Our anti-aging is there, SAP, and our SAPAL is there. The two gives you general well-being. No side effects, nothing. And you have a number of responses from our patients, which we have also copied from the internet, just for you to go through. Issues of eye and all others are there. Thank you very much for doing this. Thank you very much.
So it's my privilege to do this myself because my permanent secretary is seated here and I'd like to personally introduce her so that His Eminence, my chairman, and other dignitaries will know that my PAMSEC is here. Because if my PAMSEC is here, that means I am covered and I am a family member of my PAMSEC. I'm sorry I have to leak this, my leakage, to other DGs. I am the only DG that is a family member. But I have to say it today. My PAMSEC is Shaba and Ahmed. Welcome. So, as my PAMSEC is coming to talk, I'm also privileged to announce the presence at this meeting of two powerful clerks of the House of Representatives. The clerk of my committee is my sister, Lou. Where is she? Okay. And the clerk that introduced me to my chairman and my new clerk, you know, they like to be moving my agency from one place to another. When they will just be moving on. But you see, the more they move on, the more blessed we become. And what happens? So, the clerk that introduced me to this new house and my sister Lou is called Clerk. I call him Clerk Gigi, but it's actually called Uche. Where is he? Okay, so he came. I thought I should introduce them before we go. We will take other goodwill messages later, but it's time to allow His Eminence to talk because it's a privilege to hear him. I know that, we know that. So, my PAMSEC will listen to His Eminence first, then yes, she can now. So, Your Eminence, my Baba, spiritually and temporal, that I am privileged to have, John Cardinal, Onai Sire. He's going to speak today on nature. He will say what he wants to say because he knows how to say it best. Today, he's not talking about anybody's government. He's only talking about how we can be better people. Your Eminence.
Professor Martin, PAMSEC, Chairman House, and all the other important people here. All protocols observed. And I want to thank the organizers of this event for inviting me to participate here and to even deliver what they call a keynote address. at this important occasion. I was not too sure why Professor Emeje was dragging me into this assembly, except for the fact, except to say that we are always ready to appear anywhere they ask us to come and share our goals and our interest about our nation, especially on the issue that has to do with health and also linked with nation. After hearing much of what has been said, what I prepare here will become an anticlimax. Luckily, the timetable has made room for me to speak for 5 minutes.
Yes.
So nobody's expecting anything elaborate. It is important to put in mind the purpose of the agency. That may be presently on course. Someone has referred to this course. We need to remind ourselves that our people relied on our traditional natural medicine to sustain themselves in good health before our relatively recent contact with European medicine. I say relatively recent. When did we find 100 years ago? But we have been there. Our people have been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. And they have been maintaining themselves in good health, relying on our natural medicine. When modern medicine came onto the scene, our people important factors about our traditional natural medicine were overlooked, and I only give 2 examples. First, there was no adequate recognition of the fact that much of the modern medicine was based on knowledge gained without any credit from our various natural medical products and practices. The case can be made here about violation of intellectual property rights, as our natural health, roots, and animal parts, as well as knowledge thereof, were taken away and repackaged in big pharmaceutical industries abroad into bottled drinks and pills of all colors. That's the first point. Secondly, all along, natural medicine still remains the viable alternative for many people, often unable to access expensive modern medicine. a situation that is rendering this head even more seriously in our present days, when ordinary medication is now flying out of the cost of spending to take them regularly. Incidentally, I was born in 1944, and I was born in my father's house by a traditional bed attendant.
Oh.
There was no maternity, no midwife. And it seems that the traditional bed attendant did not do a bad job as you can see. At times, we can even talk of a better alternative for some medical conditions which seem now to defy modern medical remedies. And a no better proof now than what just put before us. When I don't know how long it will take to admit that there may be better ways to arrive at good remedies, better than the complicated laboratories in very expensive universities abroad. It is clear, therefore, that this agency is serving a good purpose of restoring or rescuing our national medicine and remedies and showcasing them on the global space for us and for others. In this, we do well to learn from what the Indians and the Chinese have been doing to the admiration and amazement of the global medical community. In conclusion, permit me to draw attention to an important dimension of our traditional natural medicine, which has not been mentioned since gathered here, namely the religious, spiritual dimension. Maybe the Arabic professor there will understand, will be very careful what I have say, the religious dimension. This is so important that our traditional healers will often seen as combining medical knowledge with religious rituals. This has been the common image of the native doctor, leading to a tragic misunderstanding of the native healer as a fetish pagan practitioner. I have to apologize on behalf of missionaries who came before me. It was not their fault. God will forgive them because they were ignorant. Amen. Because there was a blanket condemnation of the native doctor. So much so that people will come to confession and tell you, I went to Babalawo is the native doctor. Then I became a priest as a young priest. Anybody gives me confession and say, I went to the Babalawo, I will normally ask, what for? Interestingly, when you begin to engage, why did you go there? End up telling the person, why are you coming to me? What are you confessing? What wrong have you done? But back in the back of their mind, they have been told that to go to the Babalawo means they are going to participate in tolerance. Now, hopefully, the situation is much clearer, as we can now appreciate better the positive dimension of the spiritual element in traditional medicine. It is basically a recognition of the fact that healing entails the collaboration between human intelligence and divine intervention. The healing properties of herbs and roots come from the creator of the herbs and the roots, God Himself. It is well, therefore, that this is recognized as we apply healing remedies. That was why healing was an essential part Christian missionary activities in the early days, and still is a major concern of the Christian church even today. We build and run hospitals to create an atmosphere for the sick to access the healing grace of God with devoted care of the health personnel who carry out their tasks primarily as service to God. We care, but only God heals. This is a modern slogan that even many of the best modern medical practitioners have started to recognize as true. But this was basic to the understanding of the traditional medical practitioner. Dear friends, the state of health services in our modern Nigeria is a cause of great concern. There is need for a serious effort to improve the status quo while working on updating our dilapidated health institutions. We may do well to think a little bit outside the box and take a second look, maybe a third look, at the values of our traditional natural medicine, as Professor Martin is doing. Natural medicine, which is God's gift to our people since past generations. Good luck. Best wishes to the Agency for Developing Natural Medicine in Nigeria. I've finished my 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I think we can thank you for doing what I'm about to tell you. If you know what it means for, even though His Eminence said that any time it's called upon to go to somewhere that you go, it's true that it's true from some those that I would say in the that is also not completely true. The reason it's not completely true is not because He will say no. It is because every blessed day for the next 3 months, there's something in His diary. And He knows that I am a pump in His flesh. Every time I tell Him I want Him on something. Because I will go, I say, open it, and I want to see it. Let's do it together. And so we will do it. That's how we did this one. I even went, even when He was not, I carried my wife, we went. So thank you, Your Eminence, for coming. So we are moving very fast because we are moving very fast. My PAMSEC is going to say something now before we proceed. Thank you, ma'am. You won't clap for my PAMSEC? So.
Good evening, Your Eminence. Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. For me, today is a very, very happy day. Our Eminence just mentioned that Mama gave them to him in a traditional base attendance delivery care. I was privileged to see Mama today, 12 March 1998, when Great Pope visited us at Papa Ground, and he trekked to the Papa Ground and trekked back. Our only sustenance was water. For whoever has been following natural medicine, there's nothing with therapeutic care like the natural water. First thing in the morning, my sister, the director of planning, research, and policy analysis was here. She can testify to that. People who are close to me continue to ask me what keeps you going. Is ordinary water, first thing in the morning, you take a liter. Mama, as at 26 years ago, this very day, was still very energetic and she climbed off and the pole of her 26 years ago. As God not ground. Today we are here. In the next 26 years, let's all of us where we cannot be, we should hand over back that we should develop science and technology, because that's the only way that Nigeria will be able to compete. The lead MC yesterday, Kylian Amayo of NTA Recruit, told us that once in Israel think and dream with science and technology. All the startups in the world is being initiated in Israel. So we can also do that with our natural medicine. There is nothing like natural medicine. If we can conserve some of these plants so that we can harvest them and harness them to get better health, because wealth without health is zero. So I thank you all for making out your time today to be here. For our scientists, I thank you so much for your diligence and your commitment, your perseverance, time, everything that has made you to come up with this. For Prof who was sending his medicine, throughout last Sunday, I was going around looking for the Sunday medicine. I couldn't get it because I needed to put some energy inside the potential energy because of this energy. Yes, but I couldn't get it because drugs were out of the. You now play that social factory pharmaceutical can relocate.
Yes.
So it is very, very key for us to look into our natural potency and get ourselves healthy, because all the resources that we have in this nation, people from India or China will not come and grow them for us. It is we who will grow Nigeria, we grow our economy, we grow our pharmaceutical sector, we grow advancement, we grow our mining, everything, and the basis is science and technology. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
That one is not for my answer. If you are not from science and tech, they say you have plants. If you are not from science and tech, and your farm said, is this beautiful? Is this young? Is this intelligent? Oh yeah, show me. We get that, so we dey contact now our own. Okay, so we will quickly take one minute of that before Engineer Ibiam.
You know, Engineer Ibiam is the Director General of all Director Generals.
And so he has something to tell us. So he will be the last person that will tell us. So we quickly take my director from Ministry of Health, for if he will say something briefly to us, 1 minute. Then National President of NNMDA, we do, then Professor Isili will do, then Engineer will. Thank you. So in that order, Director, sir. We'll end in the next 15 minutes.
Thank you so much. It's evident we can we are pleased to have you. The MD and Chairman, thank you so much. With your permission, I want to stand on the existing protocol because of time. Today is a very happy day for me as far as Federal Ministry of Health is concerned. Now that is working for us. Thank you. Because if Nigerians are healthy, they will say Ministry of Health. So we'll always continue to collaborate and support whatever you are doing. I have a story. I was at a board meeting when we were having a report when they were trying to screen for this post. And then we were receiving the report, and I can tell you that this appointment, there was no politics in it. At the board meeting, we knew the results of what transpired. And the Professor came first. In fact, he got 87%. And the next person was, I think, 60 something. So this is telling us that Nigerians, we are blessed, and if we put the right people in the right places, we are going to get results. We are beating about the bush, not getting results, and we have everything. We have everything. All these Emejes, there are many. There are many. But if our chairman, I will give credit to the chairman of the board that time, the way he handled the screening, he was looking at the best. And right there, I commended him for the work that he did. And of course, at the ministry level too, they got the advice and they took the advice, and that is what the result of what we are seeing now. So I don't have much to say because of time. I say, NNMDA, you are working for us, and there is no way we will not support what you are doing. At the ministry, we are talking, but you are now doing the work in the field. So thank you so much.
What is called national president?
Thank you very much. My chairman, member of the other deputies here. Honestly speaking, I don't know how to start thanking Bola Ahmed for identifying the only director that is capable. It is now that I know that people really give back Nigerians, bringing people of high merit. And my director in the ministry, you scored wrong, you got 100%. Why did you reduce 80%? He got 100%. I'm sure I was there. You were the victory. So he got 100%. For reducing that much, you have to go for carry over that. Honestly speaking, gentlemen, I'm the permanent secretary. All our problems in Nigeria today, with his presence, it is solved. We have over 27 million members in Nigeria by our statistics. So we have political influence. If anything is the third Martin, you will transfer ASRO to another country. Just what I have to do. My member, the National Assembly, please, I beg you, if you want peace, allow give Martin anything he wants. Because we in the practice, we hate the government because you don't give us credible people. And the radical opposition, if somebody like Ahmed would say, this is good, who are you denying that we are not good to Nigerians? We are not giving ourselves to Nigerians. We have been denied from a lot of things. And as a leader, we cited some diseases that those people from the West say they are uncurable, like the cancer, the HIV, the Ebola, the whatever. We said no, since they say they have other remedies, but this one that they were not able to arrive We have a solution. We are no longer looking for the symptom, but we have a solution. You can only get the result when you take advantage of giving up the best and giving our leader the best. We want to conquer the world of medicine, and we must conquer the world of medicine. America will come here very soon. So we are pleading, let's have a clinical, traditional medicine clinic, where we will have to display proof. Science is all about proving it, both spiritually and whatever. That is my plea for you. May God keep it for us. May God keep the bishop to pray for Martin. National Assembly, we will fight you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.